What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, and today we're going to be covering a film from 1999, and that film is The Ninth Gate, starring Johnny Depp. So this is a movie that my uncle had talked about for a long time, and I always forgot the title of it, so I could never really check it out. And I think I had this movie mistaken for that other Johnny Depp film called Secret Window or Broken Window or something like that. So I just never got a chance to checking it out up until maybe a couple of months ago, maybe even a year ago was the first time I watched it. But it was just on Netflix, and I recently checked it out again, and I really love this movie. So I was kind of on this little kick where I was watching The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, and Inferno, and I wanted more of that, almost like Satan type stuff, with a lot of cool research and different shit like that. So I was like, oh fuck, Ninth Gate's on here. Let me check that movie out again, and I love it. So basically, the movie is all about Johnny Depp plays this guy who's a sleazy book dealer, and when a family member, a older family member dies or has a stroke, he'll go and assess the collection, and he'll say it's worth whatever, and he'll be like, yeah, these ones right here, they're not worth shit, but I need them for my collection, and he'll buy them for cheap and then sell them for a lot of money. So he's sleazy in that way, and he works closely with this book dealer guy who I know from the movie Donnie Brasco, because he's the guy that when Donnie Brasco is waiting in the car when Al Pacino and Michael Madsen and Bruno Kirby kill those guys in the basement, he comes back to get Johnny Depp, and he sits in the back seat, and he's like and he's like, let's go. And that guy is this bookshop owner. So Johnny Depp, he's got a client named, I think Balkan is the guy's last name, and he goes and seeks out books for him from time to time, and he goes and he sits in on one of his lessons because he's a professor at this university, and there's this woman there that Johnny Depp happens to he just notices, but it's kind of nothing, he just brushes it off, and he falls asleep during this guy's lecture, and then Balkan comes up and he wakes up and he's like, was it that boring? And Johnny Depp's like, did I snore? And he's like, no, not that I noticed. But anyways, Balkan leads Johnny Depp up to his personal apartment where he's got his collection of books, and he's got a huge collection of books, and they all have the same protagonist, or antagonist, I guess, and that is the devil. So he has all these books on the devil that date way back, 1400s, nice leather-bound books, that type of stuff. And he's got this book called The Ninth Gates, which was supposedly written by the devil himself. And he basically, he has one of 3 known copies, and he needs Johnny Depp to go and authenticate these other 2 copies that happen to be in these prestigious collections. So he's got to travel to Europe, and he goes to the first guy's house, and the first guy's got all of his books, super expensive books, all over the floor, but kind of not in a mess, but just on the floor. And Johnny Depp, he goes through the books, and there's all these wood engraved pictures throughout the book, and all of them are kind of different in one way or another. And they're signed LCF, so Lucifer, you can kind of put that together. But that guy, the first guy he goes to visits, he dies and his book is destroyed, but a couple of the wood engravings are ripped out. So he's like, what the hell? And and he takes the half burnt book and kind of uses it to help him in a way. And then he goes to the next person that owns one of these books, and that happens to be this crippled woman she's written many books and has this very nice collection of her own. And Johnny Depp goes there, and she's like, you must be sent by Balkan, so get the fuck out of here, kind of thing. And then Johnny Depp leaves, and then he comes back, and he's kind of like, I'm sorry, I should have told you who I was here for. And then she lets him look at his book because she's like, it could be fake, and the wood engravings could be wrong. So he shows the old woman the book that he brought from Balkan, and she notices that the engravings are different. And she's like, holy shit, this is mind-blowing. So yeah, go ahead, Johnny Depp, assess my book, which he does. But at the same time, someone comes up and hits him with a fucking shillelagh, or one of those things, boom, on the back of the head, and he passes out. And he comes to, I forgot to mention, the whole time he's kind of being pursued by this this albino guy and this woman who is the previous owner of Balkan's copy of the book. And the woman comes and like bangs Johnny Depp and like does the whole 9 yards trying to get this book from him, but he keeps like eluding them because he's being chased by them and that type of shit. But eventually she shows up to Johnny Depp's hotel and steals his copy of The Ninth Gates. And Johnny Depp is like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. And at the same time, he gets a call from Balkan. He's like, well, since those other 2 books are destroyed, because the old woman's book was destroyed in a fire. Johnny Depp gets hit on the head, wakes up. What the fuck? She's dead. The book's destroyed. I don't know what the hell's going on. So Balkan, he's like, well, since those books are destroyed, you can come collect your money and bring me my copy of the book. But the book's been taken. And he's like, well, there's a problem. The book's gone. And the guy's like, well, I'm going to fucking kill you, basically. And then Johnny Depp puts it together that it's that woman and the albino dude that stole the book. So he faxes over to Balkan, and Johnny Depp and the woman who was in the professor's class at the beginning, who's sort of like an angel, maybe a demon, that kind of helps him out throughout the film. They follow the albino and the woman to this mansion. And they're having like this total sort of eyes wide shut meeting there, like little kind of secret society thing. And Balkan shows up and basically like puts an end to it like quickly. And Johnny Depp follows Balkan out to this castle that he's seen in like a postcard of the old lady's book. And that's where Balkan has taken all of the copies of the 9 Gates, like all these wood gravings, because you need all 3. Like you need 9 of these engravings to summon the devil with this book. I know it's crazy, but he like lights himself on fire and he's like, I feel no pain. And then all of a sudden he's like, holy fuck, I feel pain. And he dies. And then Johnny Depp escapes from this burning building. And the woman, like the angel woman, like starts banging Johnny Depp and like outside like this burning building. And then Johnny Depp kind of comes to, and he notices in the book there's like scenes that happened, like him getting banged by this like demon by this building, and then he's now obsessed with like the whole book, because it's sort of about like him becoming obsessed with the lore of this book. And I just thought it was really interesting. I think if you like the kind of stuff that I'm into, you might get a kick out of this movie, especially if you're a fan of those Da Vinci Code films. I know a lot of people talk shit about them, and they're very convenient, I will say that, but like the shit that happens, like Tom Hanks will be like, we need to go to this building, it's right there, oh, it's under construction, so no one will be in there. And like he knows fucking everything, whereas Johnny Depp, like he knows a lot of stuff, but there's some stuff he doesn't. He's not afraid to admit it. So I had fun with this one. So The Ninth Gates, check it out, 1999. The director of the film, I cannot pronounce his name. It's like a Russian kind of name, so I would check this flick out if you haven't already. So with that being said, thanks for watching, subscribing, and stay tuned for more. Adios.